and one for the intelligent as fellas get. Listen, let's settle this. Be clear, I can fall back 7 years, still it ain't no one ahead of me. Consider it a blessing if you get to stand next to me. 5-star general, OG veteran, cake like.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Tonight is, Monday night, and I just saw Louis Marquez's video, What's Up, Louis, on the Daily, which led me to Arvin or Alvin, I believe, from Shredz' video. And we all know everything that's been going on. The Devin Physique drama, the Shredz drama, all that shit that's going on. And I'm watching this kind of all unfold, and I wanted to say from the front that when the Photoshop thing kind of hit, I was like, I really wasn't too surprised. It was like, okay, Photoshop, Devin owned up to it, and I was like, okay, just stop Photoshopping and fucking move on. And then Devin's assistant came forward and said that she was doing all the plans, she did all the work for him, and things started to unfold about the, he wasn't doing his own plans, he wasn't doing his own messages on his phone, like people would pay for his phone number, and he wasn't doing the messages, she was doing the messages. So now I sit back and go, okay, now I of course have a different view about all this than everything that's going on. People are very quick to point, say, they kind of look over here and they're like, this is what it is. And they go, oh, that's what it is. They don't even think that there's something else over here. Like, they never actually stop to think that there's more to the story than is actually being told. And this is speculation. I have no proof, but I've been around a long time. And I kind of seen stuff like this unfold before. Let me first start off by saying that I don't believe that Shredz didn't know about this shit. I don't believe for one instance that this guy, Arvin, Alvin, whatever the fuck his name is, was that close to Devin. They were that close of friends, like his son, his father figure, whatever, that he didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, Devin never mentioned it to him, never went to him for advice. I don't believe that one bit. I would actually be hard-pressed to say that, matter of fact, this guy, Arvin or Alvin or whatever, probably gave him some advice on how to do the shit that he was doing. I'll be fucking straight with you right now. I worked in the corporate offices before, okay? I worked in one of the biggest corporations in the entire fucking world, Gold's Gym. And when I got there, my position was a personal trainer. I went from personal trainer to fitness manager, and I ran one of the biggest grossing personal training teams on the entire East Coast in Rockville, Maryland. And the company had not been hitting at that gym, which is why they put a new FM in, which was me. So when I got there, I wasn't really sure how to manage, to be honest with you. Like, I was told flat out, Jerry, you're a born leader. I think we could do this for you. I think you could do this. I think you'd be good at it. But I had no idea what to really do. So I sat down and I said, okay, here's what it is. There's numbers you have to make. There's this, there's that. But you're in charge. Everything revolves around you. You're the man. Now, the way that you can get your job done, you're not going to be able to do it all yourself. You have a lot of shit to do. And if you're going to make this whole thing grow to where you're making $35,000 a month in personal training, which is a big fucking chunk of change for one gym to make, on top of the, the sales that they're making for the membership. So you had the PT and you had the, it was PT and there was memberships and PT. So personal training and memberships. What you need to do is get your staff together, which I had about 10 or 12 personal trainers that worked under me. And each one of them will get a job, and you start delegating them jobs, and each one of them will attack it full force and get much more work done than if you were trying to do them all yourself. You have to oversee them. This is like a corporate structure. This is how they teach you to manage people. You delegate things to other people so that you can get more done in one time and make something grow. Now, that being said, what I just said just there is a very corporate structured model that looks like it was applied to fitness, which it really shouldn't be applied to fitness. If you're a trainer, if you're a dietitian, if you're a nutritionist, if you're a guru, whatever the fuck it is, you should be handling your own shit. If you get to the point where you cannot handle that much, I don't believe you should take on staff, or you should take on staff and be upfront about it. Say, look, I don't answer my own emails, so therefore I have an assistant answering them. If there's a problem and she really needs something, she'll come to me and ask me, but for the most part, it's my assistant answering the emails. Something like that would be acceptable, but if you're upfront and honest about it. But if you're out there, claiming that you're doing all this stuff and you're really not doing that stuff, that's not how it works. You can't do that. In the corporate world, you do that, though. Like, you'll be telling the higher boss, I got this done, I got that, and I got this done, but 3 of your assistants actually got it done. But that's in the corporate structure, and they don't really give a shit. Nobody really gives a shit. But it's applied, like, to what was going on with Devin. He was delegating things to different people to try to get more work done to make something grow even bigger, which makes me step back and go, you're applying a corporate structured fucking tactic to fitness. Where did you figure out how to do that? But you happen to work for one of the biggest companies corporate-wise that has a huge marketing push behind it, and they know all these tricks and stuff to get companies to grow. You happen to work for them. The guy that owns it happens to be like your best friend, almost like your father figure. You're trying to tell me that nobody had any clue whatsoever. You know, it wouldn't surprise me in the least if some of these guys are being coached how to do this, how to scam, how to get away with things, or basically run a corporate business in fitness, which is really not what you should do. If you get to the point where you can't handle it, like I can only take on so many clients. After that, I have to shut it down. You just can't take unlimited clients. Or what you do is, let's say, you know, because whatever you're charging, let's say you are charging that $1,000 for fucking 10 weeks or whatever the case may be. If you're charging $1,000, then you're going to take on even less people to give those people even more of your attention than they would normally get for, let's say, 500. You know, like there's different ways to structure it, but there has to be structure, but you have to be honest. If you're not honest, these are the things that pop up. Things like, you know, former assistants that are fucking disgruntled. You know, people that are just don't believe you for whatever reason, start looking into what the fuck you're doing. I mean, shit like that happens. Now, I would not believe behind the scenes. I mean, I would not be hard pressed to say that behind the scenes. And again, I don't have any facts. I'm going by, you know, a hunch, I guess you could say. I have no facts, nothing based. This is my opinion. I'm giving my opinion. I would be hard pressed to say that behind the scenes, they didn't just let Devin go from Shredz. I can almost guarantee you if they were that close of a person, and I can almost guarantee you that Devin probably knows some things about the company that nobody really wants fucking to get out there, that I wouldn't doubt that they'd give him a good maybe 6-month salary afterwards, give him stock in the company or something that he fucking owns or whatever, that let him keep that, which still helps him make money. Like, there's always more that's going on with these corporations and these big corporate things than what is really seen. Like Muscle Tech actually had some issues with some stuff being in their products that wasn't supposed to be there. And it happened more than once. One of them, like this androstenediol or androstenediol or whatever the fuck it was, that would make you test positive for a drug test, and somebody tested positive for a drug test. They were like, oh, they must have got contaminated. Contaminated. It's not like you get contaminated with lead or acid or strychnine or something. You get contaminated with something that's like an anabolic steroid in a product that's supposed to make you gain muscle. You know, and then one of their fat loss products had something in it that was causing liver failure. It was like, oh, it must have got tainted. Wait a minute, the thing that's causing liver failure is a big time fat burner. So you're something that makes you lose fat, tainted your fat burner. You know what I mean? So there's always stuff going back, you know, going on in the background that people don't really fucking know about. So what we're seeing right now, I honestly believe, is a PR stunt by all the parties involved. And it, you know, I definitely think that it's the corporate structure that Devin was putting into the fitness industry in a non-corporate way, or a non-corporate business, which was his own, which is, if you're involved in the fitness industry, you are a coach, if you are a dietitian, a nutritionist, a guru, whatever, it's a very personal thing. You know, when I train my clients in the gym, it becomes so personal that most of the time we could become good friends. You know, I'm in their weddings. I mean, you hear things about their family and their feelings and their thoughts. Like, it's a very personal thing and not a corporate thing. A corporate thing is not personal. It's business. Everything is business. They don't care who they step on. They don't care what they have to do. They don't care what the truth is. They have a job to get done, a number to fucking meet, and a company to grow. They don't really give a shit about anything else. Now, we'll be hard-pressed to say that many of these guys were probably taught to do this. I'm not saying that Shredz himself teaches them, but I can almost guarantee you that Shredz learned how to do it from somewhere, and those people are teaching the other guys how to do it. Like, it's just all fucking swirling in the toilet bowl right now. It's going to eventually get fucking flushed, but, you know, I know a couple of the guys actually left, like Michael Turner left on his own accord. He said, you know, I don't need the shit and the negativity. Like, you know, it's a great company to work for, but, you know, this whole thing is fucking, you know, getting out of control. And some people just stepped away and said, you know, I'm not about the money. I'm about building my brand and about doing my thing. And if the company's actually going to tarnish that, you know, it's going to, you know, we're going to pull out of this if I can walk away. So at this point, you know, I don't even know what to believe. I mean, even the supposed truth that's coming out could have fucking lies behind it and be manipulated to, you know, ease the damage of what's really going on for fucking Shredz. Like, you don't even fucking know the real, you know, deal of what the fuck is going on. And I know this from experience because I've been in the corporate situation where nobody really gave a fuck. It was just numbers, 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 and then this person would fucking ask this person to protect their ass, whether they did something or not. It was just very cutthroat. And I tell you what, you know, for this video to come out by this guy, Arvin or Alvin, so quick like that, you know, like it was, you know, all of a sudden they dropped Devin, they come out with a video, and it's chopped up into pieces, which I thought was very, very interesting. It wasn't just him talking, speaking from the heart. It feels like there was probably more than one take with some of these things. Maybe he's just not a good public speaker. Maybe that's not his thing. But bottom line is, guys, remember, when situations like this happen in the corporate structure, there's always more going on behind the scenes than what they really let you know. It's called PR. BioStraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostraining.com is a blog. It's the non-PR bicep, and we're out.